Hello, and welcome to an exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and the movie I'm going to talk about is another movie that I have pretty exciting. I wasn't sure. I had exciting hopes for this, and I wasn't sure if this was going to be any good. But this is a movie that was actually produced by Angelina Jolie, released under the G Kids label with a bunch of unknowns, produced by Angelina Jolie, 2017's The Breadwinners. I hope the glare doesn't come in. But yeah, The Breadwinners. So, this is a movie I had my eyes up. As I said before, this is released under the G Kids label, as you can see. Now, the previous movie under that lineup was a movie called April in the Extraordinary World, which is a movie I covered 2 years ago on the channel, and that movie was great. That movie made on my 10 best list of that year. But I wanted to cover another film from this label. I think I have one more, which is, I believe it's The Life of a Zucchini. I will cover that one soon. But in the meantime, what did I think of The Breadwinner? Really, this is great. This is a masterpiece. Let's talk about The Breadwinner. Now, The Breadwinner focus on... Let me look at the case. Yeah. So The Breadwinner focus on an 11-year-old girl named Parvana. Parvana is this girl from Afghanistan. The whole movie is set in Afghanistan during it's set in 2001 in Afghanistan, and it focused on Parvana. And Parvana is this 11-year-old girl. She's like this simple, normal 11-year-old girl. She helps out her father selling stuff on the market to make money. So her and her family had to make ends meet. So right off the bat, once they get back today, they have a meal, and all of a sudden the Taliban come and arrest her father. They wrongfully arrest him for basically a crime he didn't commit, basically. So let me kind of run you down what this is about. So Parvana is an 11-year-old girl grown up under the Taliban in Afghanistan in 2001. I thought it was set in 2003, but it's 2001. So when her father is wrongfully arrested, Parvana cuts off her hair. Yeah, there's a moment in the film where she does cut off her hair to look like a boy to get around the city. So essentially, that's what it is. So she does meet up with another kid who goes by the name of, I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong, Sharzet? I think that's her name. So she meets. That's pretty much what this is about. I don't want to go through the whole story because it might give away some things. Because there's a lot of things in this. There's also a real world and a story world, and that's where the real world is your hand-drawn animation. The storybook world is your cut paper animation. Kind of similar to a South Park cartoon. You know, South Park is all cut paper. Here it's more cut paper and puppetry. It's really stunning. So basically, in the film, she has to cut off her hair so she can get around town because her family, like I said, have to deal with the Taliban trying to invade. So she does that, then luckily she makes it around town, and no one knows that she's a girl. She has to be a boy and go by another name to get around the city of Afghanistan. That's pretty much that alone. And yeah, this is really, really good. So Parvana meets up with another man who's actually the cousin of her father, so she has to try to make it through there. This is really stunning. Like I said again, I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but wow, is this great. the characters are good. The animation is stunning, though at times it did make me cry in the film. Near the end of the movie, it gets really, really intense. Like, this movie, I'm going to tell you right now, this might be a little bit too much for a 10-year-old. I don't think a 10-year-old will really get into it. It gets a little bit violent because this movie's PG-13. Now, I don't think April in Extraordinary World was a PG-13 movie. That was a PG movie. I don't have it. I don't have the DVD right now. It's somewhere, so I can't really say. But wow, Breadwinner is definitely a winner in my opinion. It's stunning. The animation, the storybook is really good. The ending is very sad. It's one of those. Normally a movie has a happy ending. Here, it's sort of like there's not really a happy ending. Either way, nobody wins. That kind of ordeal. Another scene in the movie I did like is where the two kids, they're walking down. They come across these bullies. So Parvana is getting choked by one of the bullies, and all of a sudden she grabs a cinder block or a rock, something like that, knocks the kid, blinding his nose. So what does the bully do? He picks up a firearm and chases the two down. And he's not afraid of attacking. See, here's the thing. Afghanistan is a little they have different rules than the rules of the United States. But, I mean, it makes you feel bad for half these characters. Like I said again, it is really, really good. I love this movie. I mean, the ending is just so heartbreaking. It makes you want to cry. And this movie might make some people cry, but wow, if you've never seen The Breadwinner, you're in for a treat, because I believe this. I can tell you right now, I'm gonna give it away right now. This movie right here is gonna make it on my 10 best list at the end of the year. That's the one big hint. I'm not gonna tell you what spot it is, but it's gonna go in there as well. So yeah, the characters are they're so likable. Sometimes it's just about them being kids, and it's just, like I said, the animation's good, and the ending alone is really, really, really strong. This movie is, I probably already said this before, it's great. Trying to think of anything else that I mentioned. Oh yeah, the scene where one of the Taliban's come into the house and says that the jets flew in and a war is now beginning. This movie, I'm going to tell you right now, I like this movie because it depicts what the people in Afghanistan, the citizens of Afghanistan, rather than the United States invading Afghanistan. This is not a ooh rah rah USA USA. This is a movie from the point of the citizens in Afghanistan. What they go through daily life, what they do, they get it worse than what we do here. Their rules and laws are a lot different than what we have in the United States. Without getting all political, that's really my opinion, and I stay with that. But once they do, once the jets fly down and start blowing up the city, it is very intense to the point that you almost want to cry at the end. So I'm not going to give away how it ends, but you kind of get the idea of what The Breadwinner is. And it's definitely, in my opinion, this is definitely a winner for sure. Though, weird enough, this is actually based on a book. I'm trying to see what this was based on. I'm looking at the back of the DVD, and it doesn't say. I know it's based on a book. But yeah, it's weird how this movie, it's an American movie with a cast of people who were in, I don't know if I want to say Bollywood movies, or I'm glad they got a cast of unknowns, because they got an American cast trying to play citizens of Afghanistan. I don't think the movie would have worked. It would have been extremely phony. But it is produced by Angelina Jolie, which is just weird. I thought that was the weirdest producing credit ever, was Angelina Jolie. Now, not to say that it is, but I can tell you right now, this movie is really, really good. It is very, like I said, it's going to go on the best list. I don't really have much to say, but I will say I like the idea of Parvana disguising herself as a boy just to get around the city to get groceries and, again, trying to make ends meet for her family. I do like that, instead of just being your typical girl. This movie invokes girl power. The ending, like I said, is really strong. It made me cry. I like the storybook idea of using the cut paper animation to mix with the animation. Although the animation can be just too good. Like the scene where they're arresting her father and they're driving a car, it looks really real. It looks too real, in my opinion. But aside from that, I think this movie is great. I really haven't found anything that bad with the movie. It is a masterpiece, though. And this is a movie that, yeah, she embarks on a quest to find her father and reunite her family. So basically, she's trying to find answers of why her father is being wrongfully accused. And yeah, she's out there to get answers. And I think I already mentioned everything. I don't know anything else with it. It's kind of really hard to review this. I don't know if this got nominated for the animation category 2017, but it says on the back, hailed as the best animated film of 2017, according to IndieWire. And Variety says nothing shorter than exploration. I can't even pronounce that. Exportentious. I'm just going to say that by Variety. So Variety said it's great. This is weird because I actually got this off a website. I got this movie off of Listia, so I got to be honest. I really paid, aside from sending mail out, I didn't pay much for this. But I think that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm just kind of rambling on. But if you've not seen The Breadwinner, do yourself a favor. Please check this movie out. It is great from start to finish. I loved everything about it. I love the characters. I love the animation. I like the idea of incorporating two animations, the real world and the storybook world, according to the movie. Basically, hand drawn and cut paper. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. This is great. I still think April and the Extraordinary World is probably still my favorite movie under this label. But man, like I said, I've been really enjoying a lot from the G Kids lineup of films. They're great. I haven't found a bad one just yet. And I'm not sure about My Life Zucchini. I will cover that one soon. I just don't know when I'm going to put in the schedule. But like I said, if you have not seen The Breadwinner, do yourself a favor. Do not sleep on this movie, guys. It is great. I love the characters. I love the animation. I love the... Sorry if my voice isn't right. Still have a little bit of sore throat right now. But I love this movie. I came close to crying. Seriously, I really came close to crying. Like, tears were coming down my eyes near the end of that movie. It got super intense. You could easily tell that the Taliban are extremely... They're extremely smart. They know... Without being too preachy, they're just, they can be evil and they can be rude. And to let a family know that's trying to survive to make ends meet, the scene alone, I want to talk about that scene again. When they come in the house, they grab the toddler, tell a war is about ready to start. I think I already mentioned that, but I'm going to mention it again. A war is about ready to start. and I gotta get. He grabs a toddler and said, "If you want to see the toddler, you gotta come with me." So they eventually do get in the car and they get into safety, pretty much. So in the end, it's very heartbreaking, but it ends great. So yeah, please do yourself a favor. Do not sleep on The Breadwinner. I said again, please check this movie out. I'm telling you right now, it's great. So yeah, so let's go ahead and rate the movie. And yeah, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give The Breadwinner, you know what I'm going to rate this, guys, automatic 5 out of 5. This movie, as I said before, it's in the best list. It's going in the best list at the end of the year. It is heartwarming. It's got a good story. The characters are super likable. The animation, stunning. Nothing bad with this movie at all. This is a masterpiece from start to finish. Please, 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 I'm begging you, please watch The Breadwinner. You will not be disappointed. So yeah, that's my review of The Breadwinner. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications. Head over to Letterboxd. I'm on there as well, guys, so you can check me out on Letterboxd. I rate the movie before I review it, so yeah. And yeah, please check out The Breadwinner. Don't pick a copy up. Check this movie out. So, and yeah, there you go. And yeah, and as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.